Dave, I told you to do a roster check.
I did. He's legit.
You know what else is legit? This ice cream. Fucking good, man.
Sure is exciting in here.
No, it's not.
Did you guys really bust out into the Friends theme song?
Yes.
We did.
Yes, we did.
No way. No way.
No,
Yes,
you did. We was the term. Everybody did it. It was a participation thing. I just want you to realize that's what you're going at on.
I'm okay with this. At least our ending will be better than the ending of Friends.
At least what we're going out on is extreme mediocrity.
Extreme.
Just like Friends.
Alright, they won first pick.
All right. Mega Siren.
Alchemist with the dumb-looking set.
Lone Druid with the stupid looking bear.
Growl. So Darnell, you gonna join us for this one?
No, hell no. I mean, no. That I appreciate it, but I have pressing matters to attend to.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, even though he won't join us over here in the Dota 2 Killcopter, it makes me sad to say that this is going to be the last series of games we are going to be casting. We are retiring from professional casting. We wanted to say this to what looked like maybe the last game. We don't want to damper anything down on you guys, but you guys have been awesome over in the UGC, and we do appreciate all your support and continued having funs and stuff on the stream. But, nevertheless, one last time you are flying high in the Dota 2 Killcopter. My name is Brushfire, and this is a best-of-5 matchup for the North American Steel Grand Finals between We Got LateGame and SpartanX. Ladies and gentlemen, these teams have been fighting their way through pretty much all of January, February, March, and April. And now we're on the Grand Finals right now. These two teams, We Got LateGame, second place in the ladder. SpartanX, fourth place in the ladder, have fought tooth and nail, and right now SpartanX is up 2 games to none. So it's still anybody's game. This is still a best of 5. We're not going to go ahead and call lines just yet. But my name is Brushfire, and I'm joined here by Toot Toot McJugekins and Technoman on Maybe Stats. Mr. Bad Guy was here for a brief moment. He was our former stats man before he got a JOB. But ladies and gentlemen, this game is on. First ban phase is done. Troll Warlord, I was about to call him Storm Spectre. Storm Spirit banned out by SpartanX. Meanwhile, Timbersaw and Sniper banned out by We Got LateGame. First pick going to Earthshaker Viper, being picked up by We Got LateGame. Logs, tell me about your thoughts on that last series.
That last series was, well, it really came down to they needed to get a lot more out of their mid lane than they did. They put the Tiny in the Wisp node, but didn't really get as much farm as they really wanted, and didn't really get any kills in lane. They started to get, some stuff once they got their level 6s on everybody, but it really just wasn't enough to deal with all the late game that SpartanX had with the Earthshaker, the Shadow Fiend, and the Necrophos.
Indeed, Shadow Fiend ended up being what was possibly the biggest MVP spot right there. He set up initiations, he set up counter initiations, he set up ganks, he did so many things. And I gotta say, Professor was proving himself quite the learned individual in that last game. So I gotta give it to him. He did a great job during that. Meanwhile, Draft Pick currently picking up an Undying as we got late game's first real beefcake pickup right there. Vengeful Spirit teaming up with the Earthshaker on SpartanX. Logs, how do you think about those two lineups right now?
The Undying Viper's a little weird, to be honest.
Why would you say that?
Viper's, falling out of favor these days. He's more of picked up as a counter pick for certain things. And, I like Undying, but I just don't feel like he's that strong a hero. I just feel like SpartanX has a much stronger draft right now.
I would agree, and also I'm worried that Juggernaut made it through the first round. We'll see if he doesn't get banned out, but we got late game gets first shot at picking him up. Oh, there he goes. Never mind, he's gone.
Axe has also made it through.
Indeed,
Wow.
Axe made it through the first pick phase, which is practically unheard of these days.
Yeah.
Then our favorite band sound.
Yeah, the sad cries of Skyrath.
I really do like the sad cries of Skyrath, but I also like Troll's thing. Just like, I'll kill you.
I like Timbers too. He's just, oh no, okay.
5 seconds remaining.
That's great.
Reserve time.
Going into reserve time here to try and figure out who they're going to be banning.
In this situation, Logs, who would you ban?
Well, that
I
answers who
would not
they
have
would
banned
ban.
that. I would absolutely not have banned that. That was a bad ban.
And we got late game is going to try to play the same game that SpartanX played last game by picking up the Shadow Fiend.
I think that banning Queen of Pain when you already have a Viper is a terrible idea. Because
Yeah.
if they Queen of Pain against Viper, they just want to lose that lane, and you should let them lose.
Yeah, agreed. Also, I'm noticing they don't have a lot of lockdown here on We Got Late Game. Like Earthshaker, Vengeful Spirit, lots of stunning, lots of,
5
you know,
seconds
crowd
remaining.
control going on.
Mhm.
Viper and Dying Shadow Fiend, not so much.
Reserve time.
I mean, Viper's got real good slows, but Undying has pretty much nothing.
Well, we're going to see the casual Viper counter that is Razor coming out, so that'll be an interesting sort of throwback. It's like, hey, there's a reason we stopped picking Viper. It's because we figured out how to counter him. Razor. Razor was the answer. He also works great against a Shadow Fiend, too, so Razor's a really strong pickup here.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know exactly what We Got Late Game is trying to do with this draft, but I feel like they're painting themselves into a corner here.
Reserve time.
But seeing this, what do you do against this? Like, you've got Earth, you've got Vengeful Spirit and Razor. Well, you got Earth, Wind, and Electricity. Maybe they're going for some sort of elemental lineup on SpartanX.
No, I think they're just picking good things.
Just need a Tide Hunter and an Ember Spirit.
What about a Timber Spirit?
No, not a Timber Spirit.
In that case, why wouldn't you go
Timbersaw's
Nature's Prophet? He has like actual trees.
Yeah, Timbersaw is also banned.
Also, no one has Nature's Prophet for a while.
Oh, it's Zeus.
The Blasty from the pasty, Zeus picked up by We Got Late Game. 4th pick now going to SpartanX, who picked up Razor. A very interesting choice right there. And I typically, I've noticed a pattern whenever it comes down to like the finals. When it comes down to the finals, or what feels like the finals, is you'll get those wacky draft picks. Always get those wacky draft picks, and they're fun.
Well, Razor is the wacky draft pick to counter Viper, which was the first wacky draft pick. Also, Logan confirmed, deny, Zeus, Lightning Bolt. If you don't target Razor directly, do you still get his passive thrown back at you?
You will still get it.
That sucks. Zeus is gonna have a hard time targeting Razor then. Do you think they would have been better off with like a Lion or a Lena if they're going for burst here, or do you think they're looking to use his ultimate more?
I think they're going to be using Zeus as support, I think. So they're going to be using his ultimate during a lot of fight initiation.
I see. So just the free damage going in.
Yeah.
That could be really powerful with Viper and his sort of quasi-passive damage from taking damage.
Mm-hmm. But,
Maybe an Undying strat, because he has like passive damage too, while he's in ult form.
yeah, but... Okay, they're going to go for the Centaur.
Radiant team.
They have a lot of control on SpartanX, and I think that's really going to be a problem for We Got Late Game.
Yeah,
There's-
because they got none. There's
Yeah.
no control. There's Tombstone, and that's about it. That's a slow and maybe some free damage.
Viper Strike has got his slow as well.
Yeah, but that's it.
That's it.
You're
That's
right.
like a single target, too.
I didn't say it was a lot, but they've got more than what we're letting on.
They also have Centaur War Runner, which is a direct counter to Viper, because someone just gets Viper struck, then you just ultimate and they're gone.
He's like, wait a minute, suddenly you have maximum movement speed? Later.
Later, son.
Yeah, so...
10 seconds
Yeah, that...
remaining.
SpartanX is doing a really good job drafting. They're not only countering, but they're also filling their positions as they need to as well. And the Vengeful Spirit pickup is sort of a good anti-Batrider as well. Oh, Batrider, that'd be fire. SpartanX should totally get Batrider.
No, they shouldn't.
Also, Centaur Warrunner kind of ruins it. I'm gonna chalk him up to being Heart.
Well, there's some CC right there.
That's a lot of CC. They needed that. They desperately needed some good CC.
Yeah, but now their lanes are all funky doodle.
Funky Doodle. Maybe we'll have like an off-lane Undying.
Maybe an offline Zeus even?
Off-lane Zeus. Shadow
Zeus is-
Shaman Undying with
Terrible, but
Viper and then Shadow Fiend mid. The problem with Zeus, though, is if he's off by himself, he needs to stand back, which means he's going to be spamming off his Arc Lightning, which drains his mana pool, and he doesn't have rune access to keep refilling a bottle. So he's going to be really crippled early game.
10 seconds
And
remaining.
crippled Zeus means not killing or roaming and ganking Zeus, which means poor Zeus.
Remaining.
A Weaver.
Weaver.
Against the Shadow Shaman, I think it's a little dangerous, but I mean, they don't have lockdown, so he's got the potential to just run crazy Rupshot all over them. Alright.
Prepare for battle.
Prepare for battle.
But that will be your draft, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go down to the field and talk to our team, see what they're going on about. Let's see. Over on the Radiant side, we got an early smoke going on with Vovon Cooperative on the Zeus, Sub-Zero on the Shadow Fiend, Undying played by Igo Zip Code, Viper being played by Mr. LG, and Shadow Shaman playing, presumably. Who do we have over on the dire side? Logs.
Over on the dire side, we have Pink Flamingo on the Vengeful Spirit, Social Justice Warrior on Earthshaker, God Mode on Centaur Warrunner, Professor on Razor, and Korean Barbecue on the Weaver.
Yeah.
30 seconds
Oh,
to
are we
battle.
looking for a backstab here? They smoked up and they're really coming through the jungle here.
They know they're
Wait.
there, though.
Yep. They are going for sort of a backstab here. That's wow.
Roaming
it's like the
Death
world's
Squad.
It's the world's slowest backstab going on.
At the very least, they'll secure a rune over in top, but at the same time, not great. I'm fairly certain Social Justice Warrior saw that reward get placed over there on their high ground.
Oh, you know what they're doing? They're doing an aggressive try top, and then they're gonna put the Zeus solo bottom, which
Oh,
I
wow.
feel is a bad idea against the Centaur. But the aggressive try might go well for them. I don't know.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Whippy whippy whippy.
I don't see what this has to do with trash bags.
it's more of the fact that Zeus is wimpy and Centaur Warrunner is hefty.
Razor doing a very good job outlast hitting Sub-Zero in the early seconds of the game, showing off that player's skill right there.
Oh wow, Centaur Warrunner took his first level in return, so whenever Zeus tries to harass him, he gets pretty much his own right-click damage back to him. That's a really good skill there.
Smart plays, smart plays.
Yeah, so I think what we'll see is Centaur is going to really dominate this lane.
Centaur's just
And
continually harassing him. He's like, you know what, I don't even care.
by the way, this is my lane now because you sent Zeus. What?
Meanwhile, Pink Flamingo will pick off first blood right there. Mr. LG answering back, picking up Social Justice Warrior. Korean Barbecue running into the backfield, making sure that he doesn't get taken out as well.
Wow, that was sort of an early play, but they're going to
We
trade.
could see another one right here. The tombstone goes out, but it's not going to be enough to save the Viper as the Viper goes down. Korean Barbecue picking up a kill.
Wow, that is who you don't want to be feeding kills and assists to, the enemy carry. That is not how an aggro tri lane is supposed to go, but they are sort of fighting up a hill here with Vengeful Spirit and Earthshaker being some of the best early CC heroes, and then they've got Weaver who... Oh, nice. Shadow Shaman trying to get his shackles out there, and Earthshaker immediately fissures, walls off Radiant, and also breaks the shackle channel. Really nice play from him. And also, Pink Flamingo is rotating back in the lane here. Very slowly, admittedly, but still. Presumably going to throw off the shackle.
Oh, and presumably is now walled off and stuck between Mr. LG, who's not going to be able to save him there. There goes the stun out on Igo. Magic Missile doing its work. Pink Flamingo taking a lot of damage. Will probably go down. Will indeed go down as Viper trades for Shadow Shaman. Support for support.
Yeah, but who got the kills for that? Viper's 2-1-0 versus Weaver's 2-0-1. So I think Weaver's still coming out ahead in this lane. And also, Mr. LG hasn't taken any Incorrosive Skin, so he's not really getting any bonuses as far as his harass is concerned. Oh wow. Never mind, he doesn't need it. He'll just throw a couple of, poison attacks out there on...
God Mode's going in on Vovon Cooperative. Getting him down pretty low.
Indeed,
Yeah.
Zeus is ripe for the picking at this point. He's got 2 clarities left, and he does have his Sage's Mask currently helping his mana regen out. But even still, God Mode just has a little bit more sustain. God Mode already has his Tranquils up, so his health is coming back very quickly.
Oh, here he comes. Ah, never mind. He was looking for it, but then nighttime happened. Oh, wow. God Mode really microing the ever-living heck out of this. He's making sure he puts his Tranquils down, even when Arc Lightning goes off, so that he doesn't get them disabled.
Yeah, but
And
he's
we've
got
got-
Social Justice Warrior down here now. This
Yes,
is
Social Justice Warrior can swing this easily.
Yeah, this could easily be a kill. They just need Zeus to do what he's doing right now.
There goes one stun, there goes 2 stun. The Fisher, Social Justice Warrior seals the fate on the King of Olympus.
Wow, that was picture perfect. I think Zeus couldn't have danced any better unless he thought he was at a dance competition.
Rated DG for dank ganks.
I'll allow it.
I'm gonna have to tweet that one at Nigma.
Weaver's going to get a little repose up here in top lane. The Sentry Wards have finally expired for Radiant,
I
so
believe it's called a respite, not a repose.
you can use either.
No, Respite is the one you wanted. Riposte is a thing that you do in sword play.
Exactly. But not the kind that you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, a big push coming out over here by Igo, LateGame, or Mr. LG, and presumably all of them are trying to push down this tower early game. Like, we're talking 5 minutes, 6 minutes into the game, and they're trying to push this down.
Earthshaker picking up Zeus again on bottom, but not
traded.
before Centaur Warrunner went down. There is Razor. Razor's top with an Invis Rune. This could be pretty dangerous.
Razor comes in. He's draining the damage of Mr. LG. The shackle goes off, but it's not going to be enough as Korean Barbecue grills himself up. A nice, tasty shaman. Meanwhile, Mr. LG stuck inside the bushes. There is nothing to it. Zeus ultied, but he couldn't do it. That's going to be a double for Korean Barbecue.
Oh, Mr. Professor.
Oh, Professor going down. Korean Barbecue's in a bad spot, trying to knock off. There goes a nice Fisher, though. Oh, Bovan, you sad old man.
Wow, this top lane has been really energetic, which is such a nice turn.
God Mode's in a bad spot. Oh, he is in such a bad spot. There goes the screamy scare face. Korean Barbecue looking for somebody. He might go up. Yeah, they're going to go after, presumably going to easily pick him up. Igo going in, throwing out some damage, but then they're going to trade yet again. They're going to trade Earthshaker. Support for support. There you go.
But you know, all this trading, in the end, SpartanX is going to win out of this, because they have the better late-game heroes.
Yeah, Weaver has been getting a lot of kills off of this. And God Mode, the only negative thing happening here for him is he keeps getting his strength stolen by Undying. But with Tranquil Boots, he doesn't even really have to care that much.
He actually benefits from having it stolen a little bit.
Really? How
God Mode
so?
getting gone in on. They're going to try once again to stop the Centaur man. They're going to stun him out, but man,
When his tranquils are up, he's getting more efficiency out of them.
they're going to glyph over in top lane.
If his strength is lower, so
Well, it didn't help him that time because he's dead.
No, it didn't.
Meanwhile, though, Weaver's going to rotate bottom and just keep on farming. Presumably he's here to try and, like, ward him off, but...
Smoke happening in mid is Social Justice Warrior and Pink Flamingo both get into position to maybe get somebody out here in Radiant Jungle near the Ancient Stack.
Weaver picking up boots. Dire times.
I don't think you should get boots on that hero.
It's viable to not, but right up into the part where your Sakuchi is at max level.
It is max level.
It is now. It wasn't when I said it.
Shackled Korean Barbecue and Boom Yaka Sha. He will go down feeding 443 gold to Viper. Bad days.
Very good use of the Zeus ultimate there.
Yeah, I think they forgot about the Zeus burst going off.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Also over in chat, Dakblaze says that Zeus was drafted to disrupt Blink initiations with his ult.
Yes, it's true.
It's a pretty good idea, but don't you have to suspect that they're going to blink initiate on you?
Oh, nice Fisher coming up from Earthshaker. Now, we're seeing an uncharacteristically fast-paced push team coming out of late game. Late game usually likes to play a little bit more plotting, but I think they might realize that SpartanX might have a little bit more of a late game presence, so they want to go for the quick blitzkrieg victory that a lot of folks are really keen to use these days.
That's 125 gold the way of the Weaver. Tombstone a little deep in enemy territory. Also, I looked it up. You can use repose or respite. Either would have been correct.
Nope.
Not in the stat box, doesn't count.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me put this in a stat box for you then.
Now, Centaur Warrunner's got an Invis rune, and all the ultimates are up, so...
Oh, and then the Sakushi goes. They're going to look for Igo. Igo's going to get gone first. Then comes the Centaur War Run, the Sakuchi, the Weave. He decided to go ahead and call himself back there. They'll lose God Mode. It'll be a 2-for-1, though. They picked up Undying and Shadow Shaman in the fight. Possibly a third one here as Mr. LG goes hunting for Social Justice Warrior. Starting to teleport out. Will be able to. All right.
Wow, he is so lucky. In fact, Razor probably saved his life there with a bottle charge. Up! Korean barbecue is running. This is where boots come in handy, and he's gone.
Also, fun fact, because of what you just put there, you lied to us, Jenkins. Lied to us. Said, I'll do one stat, and it won't be a joke.
I can still do one stat and have it not be a joke.
Logs
It was a
tisk
joke.
at him.
Tisk, mutta.
Dyer's bottom tower.
And we're going to lose another tier 1 this time over on bottom lane.
Yeah, they're winning on kills on SPX, but they're losing objectives because they have to keep falling back in order to disengage. It's interesting now. Weaver level 8 though, he's got his time lapse. They have the Earthshaker, which is one of the best counter Weavers. I really see this coming to a head soon because Weaver's already 6-1 and 2. You can't keep feeding him kills, even if you're pushing towers and expect not to meet serious resistance towards the end.
No glyph on mid.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, that seems a little bit of a misplay. But yeah, they're definitely going for a hard and fast push move here. And it's sort of working.
Currently, it is working out for them. Even with the falters as far as kills go, they're still ahead 2,000 gold, 1,500 XP. So they're not doing too bad for themselves.
Yeah, but
I think they want to be a lot further ahead, though. They've taken 3 towers, and they're only, what, 2,000 gold ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Really? That's really not that much, and they definitely needed a lot more out of this.
Yeah, Weaver being 6-1 over the enemy Viper 5-2. They are trading kills, but it's a Weaver versus a Viper, and late game, we know who's going to win that. It's going to be the Weaver every time.
I joined the great
Weaver's just going to pick up another kill.
Easy kill, too.
Because, again, they just don't have the lockdown to take him out.
Immortal Bug really just kind of playing the field here. He knows how to pick his fights. He knows how to get in, get out, and then still get a kill for his trouble.
Yeah, and if he takes out Shadow Shaman, there's really not much they can do against him, especially with him having time lapse. I mean, he'll just edit undo and then Sakuchi away.
Control Z, Control Z.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could map time lapse to being Control Z.
Yeah, you can, actually.
Dyer's bottom tower
Thanks,
is
Valve.
under attack.
That's actually really cool.
Radiant's top tower is
It looks like we're going to see sort of a counter push here, but I don't know if Dire has the pushing potential that Radiant has.
Well, it's a good thing they've got Glyph over on the Dire side as well, but they won't.
Which they
use
won't
it.
use it. Yeah, I guess they're saving it for a tier 3, maybe?
Probably.
Yeah, it looks like Dire has decided that they're just going to try and split push this. That they sort of realize that they're getting baited into a kill for kill exchange, and they're saying we're not going to play that. Instead, they're going to let Weaver farm the pushed-in wave safely. And I mean, he's already got his perseverance, so he's pretty close to his Lincolns.
middle tower is under attack.
At least the recipe for it. Let's see. Yeah, he needs the ultimate orb. He's really close to that. He could already afford the recipe, but obviously you want the orb first for the stats. He's about to hit level 10 as well. So Weaver is going to be an issue, I foresee. Also, God mode, really low HP, dude. There's a Zeus in this game, man.
And there he goes.
Yep. Yep,
Social
and they're
Justice
gonna.
Warrior is going to go down as well.
There's a Zeus in this game, Centaur. If anything, I kinda hope that Earthshaker baited that just so they would kill Centaur.
I don't think you would do that.
I don't think he would either, but I'm kinda glad he did. Just out of sheer funniness.
That's going to be another tier 2 down.
Tower has fallen.
Yeah, the problem here is that Shadow Shaman hasn't even dropped his Mass Serpent wards on a tower yet. So
There you go.
He says, as it just happens.
I'm just a few seconds ahead of schedule. Also, Weaver is kind of getting out Weavered here. His job is to sort of split push and be like the most annoying immortal bug that has ever been, and he just hasn't had time to do it. And they're pushing high ground at 16 minutes. Oh, but we're gonna see some great everything, including a fissure and a magic missile.
BKB going out, Mortal Bugs going down. That's going to be a tier 3 right there.
I really think they should probably buy back for
I
this.
see my grand spirits again.
Oh wow.
Oi,
Oh.
this Zeus, he's cleaning up.
Wow, he's level 11 all of a sudden. That's a very painful ultimate to have to sustain. Wow. Weaver is back, but they have several sentry wards here.
Indeed, indeed. Professor really can't get anything started. They're going to get the racks here. This is a 17-minute racks.
Yeah,
That is
was
impressive.
That was a big misplay from Cream Barbecue at the beginning of that fight, where he just got killed when he had time lapse. There was no reason for him to have gotten killed there.
Yeah, they're just going to lose racks, and there's not much they can do to contest that, honestly. Despite all their lockdown, the high push potential coming out of late game just seems a lot stronger now, since it's really early. I mean, Weaver is farming out of control. I mean, he's flash farming, but it's still not quite enough. Oh, but Weaver's going to pick up Shadow Fiend. So that's sort of a trade. He needs about 300 more gold and he'll have his Lincolns, but honestly I question doing that over Desolator at this point. Like, he needs cheap, easy damage. Like, it's time to be counter pushing, or even something crazy like a Maelstrom. You just got to figure out a way to counter push some of this. I mean, Weaver can have really strong counter push too.
In other news, Invictus Gaming has won the Summit 3's redemption vote.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
And so, in order to do that, in order to win, the entire IG team would do group-made cosplay, and they did.
Oh, cool. Now I'm curious as to what the cosplay is or was of.
Did you hear about the guy who said he'd shove a fork up his butt if Navi didn't win the redemption vote?
I bet he won't.
I
Actually.
Oh,
oh
it's tragic.
oh.
Why you do that? It's terrible.
It's pretty terrible.
That's really terrible. Also, I don't think he would have bet that and done it if he wasn't, willing to have done that in the first place. Which means this guy probably has fork up butt experience. Like, preemptively. But what do I know? I'm just a stats man.
Who
No, you're
doesn't
not.
do
You
that?
haven't done any stats.
I'm working on one.
No, it's not.
What do you want from me?
Mass
Hold
Ward
on.
being dropped over at the tier 3, though. Oh, Zeus could be in a bad spot here because he got fished in. No, he will get force-staffed out. Thanks to some quick thinking from the Shadow Fiend. Was it Zeus or was it Zeus? Yeah, Zeus has his own force staff. Never mind.
Shadow Fiend doesn't have one. Anyways.
I know, that's why I said, was it the Zeus who did it? And it was the Zeus who did it. There goes the Centaur War on a big stomp, and this could be a good turnaround right here. The swap in. Sub-Zero's going for the ulti. It's not going to be enough, though, because he double soul wells off. Igo in a bad spot. There goes the Tombstone. Korean Barbecue looking to get some vengeance on Igo. Igo throwing down. The Desecration won't be enough. Korean Barbecue, though, he's going to zip-zap away. Igo's going to teleport. Tragic.
Yeah, he's not gonna get him, but if he had timed that right, he could have done the. Okay.
So if he builds both, does that mean he's 111% win ratio?
No, that's not how it
That's
works.
totally how stats work. And no. Still no.
Yeah, but what was I about to say? Oh, yeah. I don't remember.
Well, there you go.
I wanna point out that other than an aggressively placed dire secret shop ward, Radiant doesn't have
this
too much
courier might
vision.
go down here. Oh,
Undyne's chasing it. He won't.
oh,
And
dear. Weaver's
he
going
met-
for a BKB.
Yeah, it looks like Zeus ulted, I guess, to see where they were at. He had that
No.
to try and kill Earthshaker.
They saw that the courier was going to a weird spot in their own jungle, so they ulted to try and catch the Weaver.
Smart.
Good map awareness, too.
Yeah, they just so happened to be warding Roshan. Or Ross Sean. To quote a very special friend of ours, ending in mediocrity, just like Friends. Here comes the death push. I mean, Viper's got DD, and Weaver is pushing bottom lane. What do you do against this?
It's one of those, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Only in this case, they really, really, really don't want to give up their Ancient for this.
They don't want that Klondike bar.
They don't want that Klondike bar.
Up,
In
blink
goes-
in.
There goes the Echo. It's going to be enough to knock down 2. Looks like Igo is in there. Now it's going to be a 3-for-2 exchange. Sub-Zero coming out. Vovon Cooperative. Korean Barbecue looking to try to start anything. Pink Flamingo having to play in the backfield. That's going to be Pink Flamingo right there going down to the God's Wrath. And Korean Barbecue's the only one that's left right now.
They had
And-
2 buybacks, and they really need to use them.
Yeah, this is looking really bad. The Earthshaker blink in was great, but he didn't hit his ability as soon as he could, and Sub-Zero got the BKB off. And that really turned the fight in Radiant's favor, because even though the Echo Slam went off, Shadow Fiend was just impervious.
They needed to be using the Vengeful Spirit to swap out the Shadow Fiend, when he's starting to charge up his ultimate, just because it'll interrupt his ult.
Yeah.
And that'll give them extra time to wait for his BKB to calm down.
Ag's up on Viper now. This train of gold is rapidly running out of control and not in Dire's favor.
Well, for how far they seem to be ahead, the gold advantage, well, it's around 10k now, so it's pretty significant, but it's a lot less than you'd think it would be.
Yeah, but I mean, look at it this way. Dire is down 2 racks at 24 minutes. Like,
Oh, I understand.
who do they have that can work with like killing off these mega creeps? Like, they're still not quite that farmed. I mean, Godmode's got his probably like 2nd or 3rd big item. Earthshaker has his Blink Dagger. I mean, Weaver's probably the most farmed on their team right now, followed by Razor, who's still sort of like mid-build on quite a few items. Looks like he actually switched off going maybe Ag so that he could pick up a cloak. Just because he was taking too much damage from the Zeus.
Now they're about to pick up Roche here and give it a Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be the death blow for them.
Yeah, and they're just rotating straight bottom. The kills aren't even that different. It's just the pickoffs that they're getting has been just really huge and not in their favor as far as SPX is concerned. Up, swap in, going on Zeus. He's dead.
That's going to be a huge boon to Spartan right there. However, Tier 3 still being the victim of a mass Serpent Ward. They're going to try. They're going to try. There goes the Echo Slam, BKB on Sub-Zero. He's going for his ulti. The big Soulwell drop right there. Meanwhile, they're going to try to pick off, presumably, Korean Barbecue getting really frisky. No execution, go to secure the kill.
It's
But there goes
2
the Tier
for 2.
Tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under
Yeah, and that bottom racks, they don't really have anything that can pick off the Serpent Wards right now.
And they have no way to deal with Mega Creeps on this team.
No, they sure don't. Weaver's got his BKB, but I mean, he doesn't do any damage. Like, he's just not a high enough level to actually do damage.
And they're
There's
going to
the
call
GG.
GG.
Yeah.
Word to the wise, kids. You may be up in the series, but take a draft seriously because, man, you're going to need to be able to do that if you want to keep Victor within your pocket.
I think they drafted seriously. They just got out-strategied for this. The early push, fast, strong push, and it was sort of a disguised push. They didn't even pick people that you would consider separately as pushers.
That is until they pick the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah. So we'll go to a 4th game. And maybe a 5th, depending on who wins. But to be fair, if they keep doing heavy push lineups, this won't actually take too long. Well, to be fair, we're pushing 3 hours now, but Also, I kept my word. I did one non-joke stat the last game. And now never to do another stat in my life. Maximum anti-stat. Well, while we wait, I'm gonna spectate another game. I need one that's close to done, though. Yeah, this one will do. Oh god. This game's paused too. Please, no! No! Wait, how is it paused while pausing? Or no, it's paused while unpausing. Valve! Valve, no, you can't. Wait, does that mean you can stack game as unpausing screens?
No.
But it's paused while unpausing. So is it going to finish counting down? Oh no, it just starts over. Lame.
All right, gents, it's almost time.
Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's game number 4 of this best of 5 matchup between We Got Late Game and SpartanX, the grand finals of the North American Steel Series. In the last game, you saw that Late Game decided to switch their pitch up and go for a much faster than Late Game approach, ending the game after a staggering 22 minutes and just out-pushing their opponents completely. We Got Late Game was able to catch SpartanX off guard and eke out a win and maybe make this series go on just a little bit longer. Roggs, what did you think of that last game?
I think it was very interesting to see a team with pretty much zero lockdown, win it that hard.
And win it they did.
Yeah, they just seem to have more, not even really burst damage, it was just sort of more damage in general. And even though they were trading pretty equally, they just had better, I guess, tower pushing. They won the trades in so much as, even though they traded equally, they were the team that still had control of the area at the end of the day. And there wasn't really much anything that SpartanX could do to really counter the push. Their Weaver might have been a little more successful if he had itemized differently, but he chose a pretty standard build that kind of focused on his own survivability. And in the end, he just didn't have any wave clear. He needed about 2 more items, I think, before he could have been really successful in that regard.
Radiant team double kill. 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 Radiant team double kill.
With the first band wave done, Earthshaker Timber found their way on the bad side of We Got Late Game. Meanwhile, SpartanX banned out Troll Warlord and Sniper. Axe, first pickup We Got Late Game.
Not a surprising first pick.
Not surprised.
Is no big surprise.
10
Yeah,
seconds
Axe has
remaining.
been a staple. He either gets banned out or he makes it in.
5 seconds.
Though I
remaining.
think We Got Late Game will be a little smarter and not build an entire strength lineup around him.
Radiant team pick. Dire team.
We're going to Shadow Fiend Vengeful pickup by SpartanX, kind of reprising what had happened previously. In
Yeah.
I believe it was game number 2 that this happened around.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is sort of, again, no Bat Rider because of Vengeful Spirit, but she pairs nicely with the Shadow Fiend, and also that the Shadow Fiend is sort of your wave clear. It's like, hey, you're not gonna do that crazy early push against us, because if you do it against a Shadow
5
Fiend,
seconds
he'll just farm it,
remaining.
and he'll have a ton of gold and a ton of souls, and then you're going to be in trouble.
And if he plays his 401k right, he'll have a ton of goals too.
Yeah. So, yeah. Just seeing sort of our
Queen of
Queen as a counter midder to Shadow Fiend, I'm assuming. Time for
So
a
talk to us,
band.
Logs. What are you thinking? What are you thinking right now? What do you think they're going to do?
10 seconds
Yeah, I agree.
remaining.
The Queen of Pain is definitely there to counter the Shadow Fiend, and it's a good pick, I think.
Remaining.
Yeah, I agree. The call, like if they could get a blink call from Axe, would be nice. Wow, going to ban out the Necrophos. That's a respect ban. SpartanX using that very successfully in the second game to sort of counter an all-strength hero build-up by We Got Late Game. And he did some serious work against Tiny Wisp. Mainly, he got rid of Tiny. No buyback and 80 seconds of downtime is worse than buying back and not being able to get back on the field.
It was staggering in that previous game.
Remaining.
And then they pretty much just took towers because they knew that We Got Late Game couldn't 4v5 them, especially not with Tiny missing. So it was a really strong hero for them, and I loved that. I was really looking forward to see a strong Necrophos play, and I got it. It was very nice to watch. He's sort of slow to start out, and it's kind of boring to actually watch him lane. Once you get into team fights, when you get that clutch scythe
10
off,
seconds
that's when
remaining.
things get really interesting and really powerful.
5 seconds.
Unfortunately, the
remaining.
game usually ends shortly thereafter because he's busy just murdering the other team.
Team pick.
Well, after Necrophos was banned, we have a Jugs ban from We Got Late Game, and then meanwhile Abaddon and Abaddon, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, it is late tonight, and Viper banned out by SpartanX. Logs, what do you think their drafts are going to ship up to, and then we've got those bans out of the way?
10 seconds remaining.
Not
5 seconds remaining.
that didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
All right, well, if they're gonna pick the Trout Ranger, I wouldn't be surprised to see them pick a Visage. Actually,
Yeah, the Visage Drow Ranger combo, we've seen We Got Late Game try and pull that one off too, if memory serves. It did not go well for them. Just really, really badly, in fact. Though Drow pairs incredibly well here, considering they have just all ranged heroes, and Vengeful Spirit
5
to boot.
seconds remaining. Radiant
The problem is Drow Ranger right now is she's more like a walking buff. Now, admittedly, she can farm and do damage. It's just not... She just doesn't usually get to. People just run up and kill her. Pretty much forever. And it's really sad, because she used to be considered like
10 seconds remaining.
one of the stronger carries in the game,
5
for her
seconds
tower
remaining.
pushing and some other things, and she just sort of fell by the
Reserve
wayside about the time her silence got changed into a conal pushback. Is about the time she started to get really weak, I think.
No. That's actually when she became useful again. Before she had when she had the normal silence, she was pretty weak because her ultimate could just be disabled when you got next to her. But since she has the pushback, she can deal with that somewhat.
True, but her ultimate used to be global too, and like permanent for everybody. And everybody complained about how OP she was. The creeps all across the land got better range damage by like a whole 2 points. So, I don't. It'll be interesting to see how she fits into this strategy that they're
10
currently working on.
seconds remaining.
Though I'm afraid, like, they have all Agi and an int hero, I could almost see, like, a Dazzle pick, or not Dazzle, excuse me, a Nyx pickup here.
Reserve time.
He does an alright job harassing and ganking agility heroes as well. He just has to build Dagon before he can really get any good kills or pickoffs instead of being able to just mana burn them. So, actually, either side could be okay with it. Ooh, a silencer.
Team ban.
Let's see. At this point, I would say almost ban out the Nyx if you're we got late game.
5 seconds.
Let's see. Let's look at lanes though. SpartanX needs an offlaner. They could definitely offlane
Reserve
Nyx.
time.
And then they're going to ban out Medusa, which is probably a strong pick, knowing that she would be a good counter carry here. I'm almost saying that we got late game might try and go Phantom Lancer again.
10 seconds.
I think he would be
remaining.
pretty decent against Drow, actually.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
You know they need an offlaner, and they've been favoring Timbersaw. Well, excuse me, he's already banned out. So they don't have to worry about that. So, considering he's mostly been... they're going to pick up the War Runner.
They're going
As
to
a
ban out
ban.
the War Runner, sir. And we'll see
Oh.
a Tidehunter pickup.
Dire
You got late game. What you gonna do?
I did not expect the Tidehunter, but he's also a really strong offlaner. I would have almost expected like a Wind Ranger or a yeah, because Wind Ranger would benefit from Drow's ultimate as well. But I am glad that they broke the whole Agi or
10
Int
seconds
lineup that was
remaining.
going on. I think Tidehunter will serve them well.
5 seconds.
The only problem is they have Silencer. Like,
Reserve time.
I guess if you can ult Silencer before he ults, then you'll be alright.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to who gets their stuff off first.
Morphling.
And there's gonna be your lineup, guys. Morphling pickup,
Didn't see that one coming.
just like the Drow, kind of out of left field.
Yep.
All right, Jenkins, who do we got on the dire side?
Jenkins.
Jenkins,
What? Give me a second.
For
Jackets.
battle.
tell us who's on the dire side. Come on, tell us what's on the dire side. Tell us
Oh,
who's
late game's on the
side.
dire side. There,
No.
you're done.
Now
Try again.
try again.
And do it better this time.
What did
Okay, Vovon Cooperative's going to pick up Axe, We're gonna have Igo on Dazzle. Sub-Zero is gonna be picking up Queen of Pain again. Presumably, we'll be on our Silencer. And we're gonna have the Mr. LG picking up our sort of surprise Morphling pickup.
And who do we have over on the Radiant side? Logs.
Over on the Radiant side, we have God Mode on Tidehunter. Pink Flamingo on Vengeful Spirit. Social Justice Warrior on Vengeful... Witch Doctor. Korean Barbecue on Drow Ranger. And Professor on Shadow Fiend.
Shadow Fiend.
Shadow Fiend.
I wish he had a rare text where he would just say, "Where the hood at?"
No, that'd be stupid.
That would be awesome. This game can afford to be a little bit more, Oh, we've got a bit of a fight breaking out as the bouncing cask will hit presumably in Sub-Zero. Vovon Cooperative deep. This could be first blood right here as he goes down. Professor picking up the first blood. No need to give him a raise. Queen of Pain will walk away with the bounty rune. That's what it was. She'll walk away with the bounty rune, but after all was said and done, good times are bound for that Shadow Fiend. Logs, how do you feel about your favorite guy who's not Bristleback getting that first blood?
I feel pretty good about it, you know. I kind of wish he had gone for you know, the traditional Necromastery first, because then that would put him like way ahead in lane.
Well, I think the situation was dictated at that point. He hadn't chosen anything up until the point where the actual fight broke out, so he took Raise as a chance to maybe get some extra damage and secure the kill, as opposed to Necromastery.
Mm-hmm.
Which he does have now.
Yeah, and he's gonna get a good amount of souls pretty quick because he has the Drow Ranger to buff his damage. But, you know, I feel like that's just a missed opportunity.
Meanwhile, fight might break out over here. Pink Flamingo being chased by Vovon Cooperative. Pink Flamingo is gonna... No call today.
Whiff the call.
Another whiff right there. Another whiff.
He needs the, oh god. The... What's it? Ancient item? No, Immortal. He needs the Immortal for Axe that gives you a clearer view of where the call radius is. Like, people who had the Immortal for Axe, their win rate with him went up because they could actually see a better indication of what their call range was. It's nice.
It looks like they're going to try to go around. Pink Flamingo may spot Vovon out. But Korean Barbecue will just continue the lane push.
I like this aggressive try that they've got going with Axe, though. And Dazzle replacing Abaddon. Really strong. I think they're planning to do the same sort of harassment that they did before.
Not this time.
Yep. Also, part of this like try on try is that you've got Pink Flamingo and Social Justice Warrior having to stay in XP range, so they're actually kind of draining Korean Barbecue a little.
Oh, indeed, indeed. The silence push will go out. Shallow Grave now on Vovon. They're going to maybe try to go on the silencer. Pink Flamingo trying to get any kind of distance between them. They're going to chase.
Oh, he's dead.
They're chasing it down. There goes Curse of the Silent. The magic missile will go out on presumably Social Justice Warrior will be having to take a bid to the backfield right there. Korean Barbecue popping the silence push, and that's going to be a disengagement right there.
Wow, I thought for sure Axe was going to die to Magic Missile. Venge was trying to get in there and just get at him, especially since they knew Shallow Grave was on cooldown.
There goes Curse of the Silent yet again. In comes the screamy Scareface. Pink Flamingo stuck underneath, not quite into tower range. Vovon Cooperative will be able to pick off Vengeful Spirit. Social Justice Warrior now trying to run for his life. Presumably will maybe try to get in position, but they're going to disengage from there.
3 seconds. He got blocked by the creep wave. Oh, I think he's going to pop.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
No,
attack.
he's
Oh,
just
12
barely,
HP.
Just barely.
12 HP left. Ah. Witch Doctor comes out ahead on that one.
Bottom feeder. Double damage.
Silencer's gonna pick up the DD rune. But he doesn't have any mana to actually do anything with it though, so he's probably just gonna, I guess, take it to prevent anyone else getting it.
Well, he prevented Shadow Fiend from getting it. It only has one bottle charge left.
Yeah, we've seen Shadow Fiends in the series where he just didn't get any bottle luck whatsoever. So I imagine he'll waste some of it here and then he'll bottle crow. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Free souls, free gold. Pop the bottle charge and bottle
Send it on
crow
its way.
Yeah.
Regeneration.
I remember when people used to leave a single charge on the bottle so the courier wouldn't move as slowly.
They didn't even do that for that long before they realized it was just more efficient to just
I don't think so.
use all 3 charges.
Yeah. I figured somebody would have crunched the numbers on that.
Do better than that.
And Vovon Cooperative staying far behind in the creep wave to kind of help the aggression, the push up on the bottom
cutting,
lane.
yeah, he's cutting the creep wave so that they have creeps banging against their tower. It's a really sort of smooth way of doing things, and they're still splitting the experience here. Drow's actually okay with this though because of her extra damage. And the fact that she's got a healer here, I don't think it's that big of a deal. They're not taking really the damage you would expect to see. Late game though is playing, again, really aggressive with the axe on bottom lane. And to be fair, that worked for them for a little bit in that, what was that, first game?
Yep.
And then it didn't carry on for them. They had to give that up eventually, especially when Axe went into their jungle to try and farm his Blink Dagger. And after that, it just became an issue. They sort of lost the lane after that happened.
Getting a little frisky on the Vovon Cooperative right there. He will get healed back up. Social Justice Warrior throwing the cask out. Pink Flamingo getting silenced up.
Teleport in coming from Tidehunter.
And comes the Tidehunter again. The Ravage picking up 2 in the fight. Oh, presumably none hitting Shallow Grave. Meanwhile, over back on the fight, Vovon Cooperative getting his armor knocked down. He will pop thanks to the Witch Doctor.
Maledict.
Maledict, too good.
Yeah, and presumably
Queen of Pain
got
comes in
saved.
with the scream, and she will blink away.
Wow, that was really good use of her ultimate and her regen rune.
But then Witch Doctor hung around too long. Sub-Zero was able to pick up an easy kill on him with her minor scream.
Oh, somebody's going to give presumably a, looks like a shared tango and also a bottle charge. So he's actually the lucky dog there. It was a well-placed Shallow Grave that kept him up. And they're still going to continue to push this. We got like 4 people from Radiant, and they're all hiding in the woods.
All 5.
And Sub-Zero will go down and pick up yet another kill.
Queen of Pain running away, but oh wow, Dazzle's actually going to help her out. But Witch Doctor was expecting a much lower health Queen of Pain. Gotta learn how that Maledict works, man.
Not only that, but his entire team had abandoned that fight right there. They were not in any spot to actually be able to fight that.
Yeah, that was definitely an early aggressive push, similar to last game. Axe sort of leading the charge here, actually. He doesn't even have level 6 yet, and he's just been a thorn in their side. They do have the wave clear they need here, though, so I'm a little surprised. Like, Morphling's just been busy farming top forever, and God Mode's busy farming after he rotated and ulted, and then left because after that he's pretty much worthless. It's been an interesting early game. Late game, though, taking the lead both in kills. So I'm imagining that the gold graph is looking pretty good in their favor.
Currently 3,000 in favor, 2,000 XP wise.
Yeah, that's pretty good head start, I would say. They're still going to have to find some way to sort of build upon that, though. Queen of Pain's probably their best hope to sort of snowball and get sort of an early lead, though. And she's 3-0. She's definitely in a position to make this happen. I'm wondering if she'll go with the Orchid of Malevolence again. I could definitely see it being beneficial again, especially against the Shadow Fiend.
The tower is under attack.
Oop, engagement middle. Queen of Pain's gonna throw off the ultimate to pick up Vengeful Spirit. Oh,
There
but here
goes
comes
the
Tidehunter.
Ravage. Ravage picking up too, making sure to pick up Queen of Pain during that. Oh, Shallow Grave going on an Igo running for dear life. gonna be able
But
to do it?
long
Damn,
range
nope.
raise.
Raise, son, raise.
That's silence from Silencer wearing off, and then all he had to do was throw out the raise.
Vovon
So-
Cooperative invisible right now, just kind of hanging
Is
out.
under attack.
Yeah, I think he's looking for a good call target. He does have Culling Blade now, so if somebody gets low health, they can get dunked. Meanwhile, though, this seems like a mistake. We've got Korean Barbecue just being allowed to sort of push bottom lane for free. That's not something you want to allow Drow to do. She excels as a lane pusher. Though, oh, a smoked Queen of Pain is coming after Drow.
There will go the teleport. She's gone.
Yeah, but she forced her out and forced her to burn a teleport. She didn't even have Sonic Wave up, so it was more of a bluff than anything. Because she just does not have the damage from screen to actually finish anyone off.
A bluff well done, though. A bluff well done.
Sometimes you just gotta bluff a little. So, Drow Ranger losing some vital farm time and also not able to counterpush the lane while she's not in it. She's instead going to go mid, and it looks like they're going to try and push in on this mid tower, but they're going to receive a lot of, I guess, counter push from presumably in Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero, 20 seconds left before ultimate is ready again.
Now,
Meanwhile,
Shadowfiend's going to be going for mech again.
that worked out well for them last time, so I foresee that working again.
Yeah, I think it worked pretty good last time.
Morphling, however, just free farming here in top lane, nobody caring. He's got his perseverance done if he wants it.
For as much time as he's been given to free farm, his last hits aren't great. 62 in 12 minutes when you're free farming is actually quite bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going for, but he definitely has everything in morph.
Well, he's going for Lincoln Sphere, I believe. Let's see, what's he got on the... Yeah, he's going for Lincoln Sphere.
Right, but I meant more, is he going stupid stun forever strength morph, or is he going for agility damage morph?
He's going for he's their main damage dealer late game, so
Okay, so he's going agility morph.
yeah.
So not looking for rushed abyssal pickups or anything like that.
No, I don't think so. Other than the fact that that's a bad item on that hero.
Well, it happens. People do it. Vovon just picking up his blink dagger. Once again, trading off into the woods though, and in this particular case, they sort of abandoned bottom lane, and so did Radiant. But actually, I really hate what Radiant is doing, and it's basically four-manning mid. Like, they've got the two supports trying to sort of stay out of XP range, but what they're actually doing is just sitting 4 men in mid and not actually accomplishing anything. Meanwhile, late game is sort of, all over the map doing what they need to do to get farm. They're farming up presumably. They've got Dazzle here supporting him. Sub-Zero currently working on a Yule Scepter. And Morphling is working on his Lincolns, and nobody is messing with him. Absolutely no one. In fact...
Probably gonna come back to bite them.
Yeah, God Mode is currently rotating down to mid to be useless and farm mid with the rest of his team, while Morphling just sits up top and farms Lincoln nonstop. I mean, we're really close to Morphling having his Ultimate Orb. Words are escaping me now. Oh, the silence going out, and they're heading bottom now.
Vovon had a bit of a premature dunk right there, though. He
Oh, whiff! Oh, maybe not a whiff.
Oh, and a nice turnaround. Pink Flamingo right there. They'll lose it to Igo, who was able to get a couple of auto attacks off. But all in all, 2 for 3. They did lose both their supports and Drow over on Spartan, but Queen of Pain and Axe both bit it during that engagement.
I think more importantly is the fact that you need to write, we saw that for Queen of Pain, whiffing her ultimate, like the biggest whiff of waves ever. The most whiffing. Though to be fair, she did sort of redeem herself by yulzing up in the air to avoid Tidehunter's Ravage. So that is a little bit of redeeming quality, but then she still couldn't finish the job on Vengeful Spirit.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Late game continuing to try their sort of early push, and the Spartans remembering that they can glyph tier 1s for free.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, initiation from Drought and Witch Doctor.
And a hell of a good initiation, too. The Cask was able to bounce between Queen of Pain and Silencer for a couple of bounces. Gush going out on Igo. Igo healing back up just a little bit. Vinge swapping out Igo. Oh, they're gonna pick themselves up an axe. Once again, he was out of position right there. Bad news for the big man with the axe. Shallow Grave goes on, presumably running for dear life. He's gonna get stunned down. Death. He'll get a death. He'll get a death.
A single death.
As opposed to like a 6-pack of death.
Yeah, those are on special though.
Oh yeah, you go down to your local Target.
Target? Nobody goes to Target.
I go to Target.
Hey, I go to Target occasionally.
They got great prices on freaking Pokemon cards.
Oh my god, you
That
would
would-
say something stupid like that.
Yeah, man. Oh, a nice Shallow Grave saving out the Sub-Zero. The stun goes out, though. No second. Oh, the bouncing cask. Oh, that Queen of Pain almost bit it.
32 HP Sub-Zero, do you really? Do you really? She does! Sub-Zero, what are you doing?
Oh, that Venge saved.
But Drow dies in the pool thanks to the dot from Queen of Pain. So, Queen of Pain, with almost no HP, goes back in, and then still manages to kill Drow from beyond the grave. Morphling Illusion going in as Vengeful Spirit? Let's see what he's got in mind for this, because it's not being... Oh wow, towers don't attack you? Oh wow, okay, cool. So apparently you can go into the enemy base if you make a replicant of the enemy team and not get attacked. Oh god! Oh, never mind. Morphling's on Dire. I'm stupid.
Oh my god.
I was just gonna wait until that one was finished, just to figure it if you can figure it out yourself.
Well, Morphling warped to it, and I was like, he's gonna go for the courier, and then it's like, wait, no.
Jesus. Jenkins.
Sorry. My bad. I'm totally paying attention in this game. I promise.
Current score goes 10-12 right now. Late game still ahead by 2. Gold still in their favor, 3K. XP has been shifting back and forth just a tiny bit. Took a big spike after that last team fight.
Morphling finally has his Lincoln Sphere. Not much else. Oh, but here comes the gang. Professor is here. Tidehunter trying to roll him in. We got 3 porting in. Oh, but there's more people here. We got all Irradiant here as well.
Morph goes in really quick. There goes the, oh, he's done. That Morph is dead. That is a dead Morph.
Yeah, he did not realize everyone was here, and he tried to initiate on Shadow Fiend. It was a well-placed bait.
And he paid the price right there. Paid it hard. Paid it in full with his water. I don't know.
His bit water.
I was going to say his body, but it's made of water.
And they're going to just keep on pushing. They're going to 5-man this.
Dave, he's a body of water.
No! Logs!
Yeah, no, please.
A body of water.
Please, no.
Oh, there goes the global silence. Oh, Axe was looking to get on Venge. The swap goes out. Well, why would you do that? Why would you do that, Venge? The magic missile goes out. Cooperative's in it. They're gonna go for him. Oh, this is a dead Axe. That Axe is dead.
Nice blink in ult. Well, I guess more of walk up ult and then blink out from Queen
It
of
still
Pain.
didn't do enough right there. They've blown their glyph over on Dire, and now Radiant is going to capitalize on this and pick up a tier 2.
Yeah, that's true. I think the Queen of Pain play was very cheeky, but I don't think it did enough.
I'd also like to point out that over on bottom lane, the lane that's been abandoned forever, currently got some Dire pushing up on it. Back to the action. Big Ravage goes out. They're going to pick up presumably right there, and that's going to be all she wrote for that one. Swap out to Sub-Zero right into the Death Ward. But Death Ward, she's going to Shallow Grave. She's going to Yules herself up. A little bit of a misplay, but that's okay. Curse of the Silent going out on Korean Barbecue God mode as well. Axe trying to get Flamingo. Flamingo throwing out the creepy scare face. Oh, another bouncing cask of doom right there. Right there. There goes down, presumably. Got killed as well. They're going to get a tier 3, maybe even some racks out of this because, man, they are just playing a game right now.
Look at Witch Doctor. He is doing so much work. He is healing with Voodoo Restoration, and he's also got an urn with like 7 charges on it. He used one of them on Pink Flamingo. One. You didn't let me finish.
Okay.
He used one on Pink Flamingo, and now he has 6.
Ah, very good. Math.
Yes, I could do the 6+1. I can't tell you what team Morphling or his replicant is on, but by God, I can tell you what 7-1 is.
Logs, did he just say? Did you just call Morphling Morphlinger?
Morphlinger replicant. That's the German name.
Ah.
See, yeah, I'm duolingual.
Oh, Dazzle. That was Lucky Dazzle right there. The professor was not paying attention.
Yeah, he was on autopilot. Oh, but they are going to find an illusion and blow everything on it, so...
That's W-O-H.
Yeah. Yeah, that illusion, it got dunked hard, man.
And also, point out, they finally have not abandoned this lane anymore. Vovon going in, Yulesing up. The global silence going out. Oh, Vovon wants something, anything. He can't have anything. There goes the big soul elf from Professor. We still have a Ravage in us. God mode's going to get into position. No Ravage today. There goes the Death Ward. That's going to be a 2 for none at the moment. Oh, Igo getting gone in on. That's a 3 for none. This could be a big 5-man wipe. This could be the turnaround that they've been needing since the last game. And boom, there she goes with the tier 1 in bottom lane.
Turnaround. No, that went exactly their way, just like this whole game is going thus far. The problem there was that Silencer ulted way too soon, and then Queen of Pain really whiffed the ultimate. They just weren't in the position they thought they were in, And so by the time they had closed the gap, there just wasn't any silence left on it, and Radiant was able to turn on him pretty quickly. Also, Axe deep into Radiant's team and just didn't have the support that he needed. Once again, the positioning wasn't quite right. They were trying to come out of the trees, and I don't think they were really patient enough. Oh, so much
up.
time.
There goes the Ravage. Came off a cooldown, hit 3. They'll pick up a silencer for the troubles.
Yeah, and Axe is down 2. Morphling is not in a position to really do anything. He's got 1 item. He is not ready to go late game. It is not late game at 24 minutes, and they've got 2 racks down already. It looks kind of like Radiant is in the process of... Oh, Dazzle had to blow Shallow Grave on himself, and he may still die.
He did indeed die, and they crushed Dazzle on that one. Queen of Pain's currently in a spot, though. She might be able to withstand the barrage. Throws the dagger off to Social Justice Warrior. There goes the cast, though. Bounces back to Mr. LG. Will pop the Lincolns, but Queen of Pain pops as well. In goes, well, it looked like they were going to go for it. Axe comes in, picks up the Professor with the cult, looking to try to go for it. There's the Shadow Fiend ult, interrupted, though, with the silence. Teleport out? No, sir. No teleport. You get tornadoed, son.
Oh, he used himself and dodged the ultimate. Queen of Pain whiffs another.
That is just as hard. That's 3 now. 3 she has whiffed. 2 of her own accord, and then 1 because, well,
somebody yulzed.
That was some supreme yulzing right there.
Yeah, I think Shadow Fiend got yulzed by someone to hold him into position. I think it was herself, actually. And then he immediately yulzed himself again, and it threw off her timing. That is just sick.
That is some sick anticipation right there. Professor, you got your PhD, son.
God mode in trouble here, probably going to go down in mid.
Player hater degree.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's going to go down. They've got this, and he doesn't have a TP for 44 seconds. So yeah, Tidehunter going to be the trailing pickoff that they get. Trying to keep mid pushed in. And also, Drow's down here trying to solo the Rossan.
Rossan! You don't have to put on the Aegis tonight. Walk the streets for cheese. You don't care if it's wrong or if it's right.
I'm waiting for you to try and hit that high note.
Rossan!
See, Lars can
Perfect.
actually hit it. I've got too much of a baritone.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. Also, Drow catching up really hardcore there. BKB done. Sanjin Yasha done.
Well,
and
she
Morbid.
pretty much had those done before, but the courier got killed in that big fight that was on bottom.
Oh wow, yeah. I didn't notice the
Roshan
courier
attempt.
died.
Oh, Professor also picked up a Scotty when we weren't looking as well.
Refresher, yeah. That's huge for them.
Washed up 90s wrestler Scotty Too Hottie.
Wow, Drow is going to live twice now. She's really helping her team right now. And Witch Doctor has been sort of core to their survival. Even though his Death Ward placement hasn't always been on point, it's usually been good enough. No, let me finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
He usually drops it about the time that they turn to initiate on him, and usually it's Queen of Pain, and she gets chunked and driven away. It serves that purpose. Oh wow, Queen of Pain, she has her eggs now, so she's willing to blow the ultimate. Oh, here comes Blink Ravage, going to catch 3.
Indeed, catches 3, but it's not going to be enough because the team wasn't prepared to initiate, and that will throw a cask out. Vovon Cooperative and Mr. LG both getting bounced back and forth, looking at it go. There goes the Blink Call. There goes another Ravage, ladies and gentlemen. Vovon Cooperative, he's in a bad spot here. He's silenced. He can't do much of anything, but the Yulzes are everywhere. BKB on Korean barbecue, though. Oh, Vovon Cooperative safe for just a few brief seconds, then Booyaka shot. He is down. Mr. LG going down as well. Beyond godlike now for Korean barbecue with a triple kill after all of that. Oh, Vauban Cooperative coming on again. He's looking to try to get Korean barbecue. There goes the scream. But it's not going to be enough because, you know, Drow's coming right back. Everyone's riding a tornado today. What's up with that? This is crazy. I had a tornado
Yule's
warning at my
meta.
house. Yule's meta.
Dyer's
Yule's
middle
meta, man.
barracks are under attack.
Yeah.
That's another item that's too good right now. Is Yule's.
My thanks.
No, don't you dare say that.
It's too good.
Ice Frog, don't listen to him. It's my favorite item ever now.
It's
Oh.
definitely gonna get nerfed.
Drow
Korean
looking to
barbecue
die
in a
again
bad
here.
spot. Bad, very bad. She is being drained. She is being
Bad.
slowed. She is down right there. 824 gold going to Morphling.
Our
Ouch.
courier was going out to her, and I don't know why. It was bringing her TP scrolls? I guess, yeah, or I guess she was going to try and TP out, but it wasn't fast enough.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Wow, that was quite the turnaround. They got some really good push, but I think they overstayed their welcome, expecting Drow's Aegis to carry them a little further than it did.
Well, the issue... Oh,
Yule's causing Sub-Zero to miss the Queen of Pain ultimate again. And here comes the Death Ward.
oh,
And it
then
saves his
Scotty,
life
I go
again.
no shallow grave, and Drow's going to finish him off. Excuse me, Vengeful Spirit's going to finish him off.
Presumably he's going to TP out too. Oh, that was so close for him.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
And wow, Scythe of Vice up on Vengeful Spirit. That is one farm support. They've been getting some money. Meanwhile, God Mode's gonna farm an Ancient stack. Not sure. Wow, Tidehunter. Aegis on cooldown, but Ravage #1 up. And he'll have second Ravage in 20 seconds. So, I think this could be the push they're looking for.
Out goes the Wave of Terror. Doesn't catch anybody with it. Sad face. But then, meanwhile, presumably he's going to get Shallow Grave slowly ticking down. There goes Ravage #1. Picks up 2. Mr. LG morphing his strength back to him, saying, I want to heal, please.
Dyer's middle
I want a higher HP pool.
And that
Lots
is all
of
of the that is all of the Rex right there. Once this fortification is over, that's it. The racks are gone. No more racks. Mega creeps.
Dyer's middle
Yeah,
barracks
Drow
are
Ranger
under
really
raging
showing her
fire.
push potential. She has an Eagle song in 2000. Like, she's gonna have Butterfly if the game doesn't end here.
And then they're going to call the GG. And ladies and gentlemen, at a final score of 3 games to 1 in this best of 5 series, we're going to see one more Ravage before we go. Igo getting picked off the Death Ward. Sub-Zero gone, baby. That's the 5-man wipe right there. 39-20 at the final score. After all was said and done, your North American Steel Series champions are going to be the SpartanX Warriors, who have earned their right to be called the champions here today, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, they have put up such a fight. Even though they lost one of the games in the series, they came back and made it awesome. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, that was fantastic. You know, it makes me happy that we're going out on such a high note after SpartanX gets crowned those champions, because man, they fought hard for that. Logs, what did you think of that game?
I thought it was real fun. You know, it was a good game.
They had a great run. They seemed to have a little rocky start at the beginning of that game, but man, did they bring it out, and they brought their A game towards the late game. Once Drow Ranger came online, boom, all over the place. Jenkins, what did you think of that game?
I really liked it. Also, this is the only game in this series that the Ancient was actually destroyed in.
Yep, the only game. I think that's the only game we've actually seen destroyed in any of our previous casts.
No,
Destroyed it.
no, we've definitely
I
seen
mean,
it,
this
but in
season.
this, well, maybe, because honestly, they usually GG out after like a Rax or two. But in this case, they played all the way through, and I think that's sort of a poetic ending.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Killcopter is going to the hangar for the last time. It has been amazing casting for you folks, and I do appreciate your support. Everyone here in the Dota 2 Killcopter does. Thank you very much. And though we won't see you next game, good night. Have a pleasant evening.
Are we clear?